Sit back and enjoy as we bring you one of the greatest sporting spectacles on earth, the Super Bowl. Welcome to Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Gus Johnson along with Chris Collinsworth. It's the biggest game in America, the Super Bowl, as the New England Patriots take on the Saints.
All right, here we go, baby. Play with confidence, play with swagger. Who that? We that. From the top. 1, win, 3, win, 5, win, 7, win, 9, win, win, win,
Drew Brees has the ball teed up, and we're ready to get this Super Bowl underway. Taken from the 3-yard line. It's a loose ball. Fight for the loose ball. Who's got it? The Patriots are going to hold on to it.
I'm not really sure who got to that ball first. I think it changed possessions a few times at the bottom of that pile, but the offense came away with it, and they earned it.
All right, I don't want us getting fooled on this play. If the quarterback goes to hand it off, watch him close and make sure he isn't running play action. Keep your eyes on him.
He's searching for a receiver. Wes Welker thought he had a secure catch.
And you know you're going to get hit as a wide receiver. You've got to hang on to those balls, but that was a big shot.
A sack would be nice, but the key here is to hurry the quarterback and force him to make a bad throw.
Short throw to the left. Darren Sharper was there to bring him down.
Patience for a wide receiver is just so key. He's able to manipulate that defense, set them up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
The stop was made by Jonathan Vilma. He's there for the catch once again. That's number 2 on this offensive possession.
You know, you hear all the time about quarterbacks getting into a rhythm, but sometimes a quarterback and a receiver can get into a rhythm where the quarterback begins to look to one guy a little bit more because he feels more comfortable, and I think that's beginning to happen now.
The freak, Randy Moss, is rocked, and it causes an incompletion.
Boy, that was a big hit. I'm not surprised at all he couldn't hold on to that one.
Cedric Ellis can single-handedly impact a running play. It's going to be interesting to see what the offense does here. Wes Welker was his intended target. Bush is the return man. Starting back at his own 15.
It's important that we establish the run on first down. If we can grab a couple yards here, we'll be in great shape.
Up the middle.
Nothing makes a defensive coordinator cringe more than seeing that kind of run, because then it sets up the play action, and there's almost no way to stop an offense if you can't stop the run and you have to deal with play action.
If we can rip off gains like that consistently, it's going to be a long day for them. Let's come back with another run on first down.
Evans on the inside handoff. Nice run, a pickup of 8, second down.
dive here. Just smash it up the middle and let's gain some positive yards.
He's brought down at the 36-yard line. 2 yards.
As a quarterback, you really want to make that pre-snap read, and it's kind of hard to not see the middle linebacker. He came on the blitz that time, and sometimes you just need to get out of a play like that. That was pretty, wasn't it? I know that anytime you start blitzing this quarterback, he looks calmer rather than nervous. A lot of times you see those quarterbacks get the happy feet. Not this guy. He stands in there and makes you pay for the blitz.
Okay, let's run this one between the tackles. If the blocking does what it should, we should be off to the races.
He's dropped down at the 13. After one, we still find ourselves scoreless in the Super Bowl.
All right, we're getting close to the end zone. Let's keep moving down the field with a quick pass to your receiver right here.
And he's hit as he lets go of the ball.
They were trying to work that ball down the field. There really wasn't anything there. They dump it off, and not much underneath either.
Okay, let's go with a halfback dive here. Nothing too fancy. Just follow your blocks up the gut.
Hands it to the back. And he's tackled at the 10. Passes to the end zone. He's got it! Touchdown! The Saints get on the board first.
Drew Brees really came through there. They were in that tough 3rd and long situation. He calmly got the job done. Exactly the kind of skills you like to see in your quarterback.
New Orleans is up a score. Time for the drive summary. We'd like to let everyone know that this is brought to you by Verizon. And takes off from his own goal line. He gets out to about the 22-yard line.
All right, guys, listen up. The last thing I want is their quarterback taking off and scrambling. Our 2 spies need to make sure that doesn't happen.
Flips it out short to his left.
The Patriots aren't looking all that sharp at all right now in the passing game. And I know it's still early, but they have to be getting a little frustrated with their inability to attack this defense.
All right, we're sending extra guys on the blitz to stop the run, but if they go play action, we need to get the sack before they find an open man.
dropped behind the line.
One of the tough things about trying to get a quarterback blocked is how athletic those guys are. If you're a fullback or an offensive lineman or somebody out in front trying to make that block, it's just tough to get a hand on those guys. They're quick.
The freak, Randy Moss, was the intended receiver on the play. Bush fielded at the 37.
The Saints punctuated that last series with a touchdown. I got to tell you, they look really good. They have this defense way back on their heels.
All right, we're running it right up the middle on this play. Hit the hole hard and fast, and make sure you keep a good tight grip on that football.
Breeze hands it off straight ahead. He makes his way to about the 45.
Nice job. Okay, after a gain like that, why not come right back at him? Follow your blocks, see if you can break this one.
They go with the run. He gets to about the 34-yard line.
Nice job finding some space on that last play. Let's keep running the ball at them until they can prove they can stop it.
He gets another carry. And the tackle was made by Brandon Merriweather. A 7-yard play. And that'll bring up second down.
The wideout's going to need some time to break past his coverage on this drag route, so take your 5 steps and hit him in stride.
Hit hard as he throws. He's wrestled down at the 19.
The Saints are having some success getting the ball down the field on this drive. This offense is clicking.
All right, we're passing here, but make sure you don't force it. The last thing I want is to turn the ball over inside the red zone.
Fires it in the end zone. Comes down with it. Touchdown.
Drew Brees is one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and there's really no debate about that. He can change the outcome of a game, and he's such a strong leader, just a fantastic player and fun to watch.
He'll return it from the 1. He's hit and dropped at the 26-yard line.
It's only a 2-possession game, but still they need to get their offense going before things start to get out of hand here.
Takes a lick as he lets it go. Wes Welker was the intended receiver.
Pass rush almost got there that time, and he has to feel a little lucky that that ball just fell harmlessly to the turf.
All right, guys, listen up. The last thing I want is their quarterback taking off and scrambling. Our 2 spies need to make sure that doesn't happen.
Looking for a man. Brady will be dropped in the backfield.
job getting to the quarterback there. Let's go right after their lineman again and see if we can't bring up 4th and long.
Let's go, set. 22. 22.
He's looking over the top. That'll be it for the first half of play. The score is 14-0. He makes it out to about the 30-yard line.
Okay,
Breeze with the give. He's brought down at the 49-yard line.
The Saints have shown dominance in the ground game. They're not letting up one bit. They'll probably look to keep pounding it so they can tire out this defense in the 4th quarter.
okay, let's run this one between the tackles. If the blocking does what it should, we should be off to the races.
Breeze gives it up the middle.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
Okay, a slant here. Take 3 steps, then zip it to your receiver. Once he makes his break, he'll do the rest.
Passes it downfield. Finally gets a catch, his first one of the game.
All right, let's see if we can pick up a first down on the ground. Hand it off and look for a hole to open up.
Handoff up the middle. Down the sideline. Touchdown, Saints.
Defensively, you know they had to be looking past. They sneak in the run and pop it off there for a touchdown. Oh my goodness, what a call.
Taken from the 3-yard line. He gets this one to the 26-yard line.
Our line needs to create some penetration here. We can't let their quarterback stand around in the pocket and let someone get open.
Looks left. Here's a short pass. Wes Welker is able to make his 4th reception.
All right, guys, listen up. The last thing I want is their quarterback taking off and scrambling. Our 2 spies need to make sure that doesn't happen.
Has a man short to his left. Cuts back and he's dropped. There's an injured Patriots player and looks serious.
If they run or pass it short, we need to hit them before they turn it into a big game. No broken tackles.
Short throw to the left. He's dropped down at the 49-yard line.
You really get the feeling the officials are letting these guys play out here today. There have been no penalties called to this point. Great to see a game like this.
He throws downfield.
Tom Brady is making accurate throws on this series. Very good timing with his receivers and a good job by that offensive line giving him time.
We have our safeties deep, but if one of their receivers breaks free over the middle, we need to wrap him up before he takes it for a big gain.
Gives it to the back. The referee is going to have to dig to the bottom of this pile to see who came away with it.
I'm not really sure who got to that ball first. I think it changed possessions a few times at the bottom of that pile, but the offense came away with it and they earned it.
He's wrestled down at the 33-yard line.
Guys, we got as much coverage as possible against their 5-wide set. If no one blows their assignment, we should be able to stop them.
Rolling out to his right. And he's knocked out at the 32-yard line. And the kick is good. I had my doubts about that kick.
Yeah, he just squeezed that one in there, didn't he? I'm sure he's going to be exhaling for about the next 30 seconds.
And here is the drive summary brought to you by Verizon. So at the end of 3, the score is 21-3. The Patriots start this final quarter with the ball. Time is against them. We'll get our first flag of the game.
Let's make a big push with our offensive line. We should be able to get our halfback into their secondary on this play.
Breeze hands it off. They pick up 2 yards.
Very effective call that time by the defensive coordinator, bringing the outside linebacker a terrific way to give your defense some help in stopping the run.
All right, we're running it right up the middle on this play. Hit the hole hard and fast, and make sure you keep a good tight grip on that football.
They'll get the call again.
Okay, you've got a 5-step drop before you deliver this slant hook to your tight end. As soon as he stops, the ball should be on its way.
Gets it away. Drew Brees has thrown 3 touchdowns. The PAT is up and good. With less than 4 minutes to go in the fourth, the score, the Saints 28, the Patriots 3. This is a good opportunity to take a look at the drive summary presented by Verizon. They drop the runner at the 25.
Our line needs to create some penetration here. We can't let their quarterback stand around in the pocket and let someone get open.
Gets rid of it as he's hit. Brandon Tate was his intended target.
Well, the defense didn't get the sack, but they got the next best thing, and that was a bad throw.
A sack would be nice, but the key here is to hurry the quarterback and force him to make a bad throw.
Hammered as he lets it go. Torrey Holt finally gets a catch, his first one of the game. He needs to get rid of it.
Well, that's sack number 2 for him. There's no question now. You've got to change your game plan. You're not getting it done with one-on-one blocking. Have to give some help. Have to get the quarterback feeling a little more confident back there.
Guys, one more stop like
Sure to make an impact on the field are this game's top performers, presented by Gatorade.
Guys, one more stop like that and we can have a seat and take a breather. Hit them hard and make sure you finish your tackles.
Here's the throw. And he's running with a purpose now. Touchdown, New England. And he adds the point after. Less than 2 to go in our fourth quarter of play. The score, the Patriots 10, the Saints 28. Let's take a look at the drive summary presented by Verizon.
Trying to run some clock here. Hand it off, stay in bounds, no matter what.
On the ground with the tailback. A nice pickup of 8 yards. That brings up second down.
Okay, we're gonna run a dive here. Just smash it up the middle and let's gain some positive yards.
They hand it off. That's what he's been doing to the defense all game long, picking up good yardage on just about every carry.
trying to do is run down the clock. Let's keep it on the ground and keep that clock moving.
Breeze, hands off. He's put on an almost unbelievable performance. You don't normally see a yards per carry average as high as his today.
Power versus power on this play. Hand it off, put your head down, keep your feet moving until you hear the whistle.
Inside handoff. He's dropped down at the 3. Here's a look at today's red zone numbers, made possible by Old Spice Body Wash. Wham, bam! Thank you for smelling great, man.
Repeat? The New Orleans